Hey guys, Zach King here, not with the Final Cut Pro tutorial today, but a motion tutorial. And I simply want to go over the interface, so if you guys are already pretty convenient and you can use motion okay, then you probably don't want to watch this. But if you want to cover the basics or relearn some simple stuff, then this is for you. So this is the interface of motion after you get past the little welcome screen. And this is motion 3 because I have now a camera and I can do some 3D graphic stuff here, which is pretty cool. And let's just go over the interface here. Basically, we have our top bar here with the arrow, and we have a bunch of different options. If you hold that down, and we'll go over all these tools and details later. And you also have your 3D handle. You got a grabber, microscope for your zooming and zooming out. This is the walking through the camera, which our camera isn't enabled, so we can't click that. You can hold this down and get some lines, circles. Here I'm going to click a circle. There. And if you press the arrow again, you can delete. You can also, here, let me go back to that and do a line. If you hold down shift, it can snap. And I'm going to do these in detail later. I'm just kind of showing you some stuff. And you can change the color up here. This is your HUD. And if you click this eye here, then it pops up and pops out, gets out of your way, and there it is. I'm going to get back to the arrow key from this cursor by hitting escape. A little short command there. I'm going to delete that. Up here you have, if I put something up here, if I paint, this is a painter. I feel like I'm being really sporadic here, but there's a lot to cover. So I just painted, and we're going to go into this in detail too. This is a really neat thing that Motion has added. Tons of things you can do this. I'm not even going to get into it yet, but so now that I have something selected, I press escape and get back to my cursor. To this I can add a behavior, and we're given a choice of tons of behaviors: audio, basic motion, tons of different things. We'll go into that. Filters. If I want to add let's add a glow to this. Light rays. Bam. Nice. Then we have make particles. That's pretty nice. I'm not even going to go to that. I'm going to undo that and not do that. Replicate. Make many of them. Maybe I only want a column of 2 and a row of 3. Look at that design. I mean, there's so many possibilities here. Again, your HUD. File browser. Now, that's the same thing that was right over here on the left side. So that's just putting it away. Your library, again, you're just getting these tabs here in the inspector. It's right there. Your project here. If you can get to that by hitting Command 4. Command 4 is your project window. Your timing is down below. That is, I believe, Command 7, right? Yeah. Command 4 puts that away. So, bunch of things here. Let's man, this is a lot of stuff we're going to cover here, but over in the inspector, for this object alone, we're given properties, scale, opacity, blend modes, drop shadows, four corner cropping, and this is information overload, I know. Behaviors, we don't have any. We didn't add any yet. Filters, none yet. Replicator, we did add one, so look at that. You can do all that. You have all this stuff. You can make it 3D. Now I'm going to come down to this bottom buttons. You have a record button. This is the same thing as a keyframe. Recording keyframes. These are just simple commands: play, backwards, scrolling, no sound. Here, I'm going to show you keyframe really quick. So I'm going to press record. I put my viewer guy in the front of this clip. I'm going to drag it over here, a little past halfway, and I'm going to move the let's see, what can I move? I'm going to move the size out there. So if I scroll back, I just recorded that. And that's a cool effect. That was simple. You saw me paint something easy, add a filter of a glow, and then keyframe it. Very simple, cool effect. And this is just the beginning, hitting the surface of motion. So many amazing things. I'm going to go back to the file browser. I'm going to delete what we have here on the screen. So I have access to my hard drives over here. I have my computer, desktop, my documents. If I have a song I want in here, I can drag it in. If I want a picture, I can scroll through here and do that. Up here, I have my library, and this is the coolest thing. I love this about Motion, the library. So cool. You can look at the behaviors, and then let me zoom out there. If I'm going through here, I want a camera behavior, and I click one, I want a dolly. It shows me up here in this little picture, in this viewer, it shows me what the effect is, and they preview every single effect and filter and generator and every piece of content they have on Motion 3. They show you in that little viewer, which is very handy. Saves a lot of time. This list, I don't know if I want to even go through today. There's so many things. You have replicators. We talked a little bit about shapes. Hey guys, I'm just going to let you a heads up. We're going to be having a tutorial on the lightsaber. I know you guys like those. So there, little preview. Let's see what else we got. Gradients. Tons of gradients, and you can edit every single one of these. If I drag it in here, well, I had to have an object. If I create a rectangle and drag this gradient in, go to the inspector, and I can simply edit all the colors I want. Say I want it to be pink in the middle or red. Tons of options here. Just hitting the surface. Subscribe on YouTube as well, so you'll get the updates of when I add videos. So inbox me if you guys have any questions. I've been getting a lot of messages about different tutorials you have and questions you have. I can't answer all the questions, but I'll try to cover them in my tutorials. I'll see you guys later.